Hey guys, and welcome to Faith Works Designs. I'm Faith, and today we are doing a very, very exciting video because I have waited for this for months. And this is my baby. I came up with it a couple of months ago. It's been a long time as soon as you guys get to see this video. But we went to Universal last year on a trip, and we got the little Bertie Botts candies. And I was like, how cute would that be to be a bag? She is now a bag. I am so excited to show you guys this because it was a lot of work. You'll see in the video kind of how I had to technically do everything so that it made the shape that it made and it came out the way that it came out, with the bottom kind of having this hump just like the can does, and then the top being kind of like almost like a circus tent or whatever. I'm really excited about this, and I cannot wait to show you guys in the video how to put it together. So let me start off with these zipper pulls. Hopefully you guys can see them. They're adorable and perfect for this bag. But I also put the Made with Magic. Kim and Alex came up with these and wanted to put them on the bag. In the video I tell you where to put them. Just put them just a smidge lower. I forgot how big the zipper pulls were, so they kind of cover it up just a little bit, so just put those like a smidge lower. Alright, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to talk about the inside, because with the panels that we make for you guys, there's only certain parameters that we can actually fit things in. So we can only get so much in a bag, and I was like, I want this in this bag because it kind of needs it, but we didn't have room. So I would definitely recommend getting some coordinating fabric to go with it so that you can do this part. So the very first thing I want to talk about is the anti-theft part of the bag. Most people think when they want to take something out of a bag it's going to be in the bottom part, but I kind of wanted a sneaky space to put some stuff. So we have our little sneaky space that you can put your wallet, anything that you've got, your cards, your keys, anything like that, you can put up at the top. The bottom, because we were limited on space as far as like the lining and the fabric and everything went, there are no pockets, but if you want to purchase the coordinating fabric, you can add a zipper pocket, you can add slip pockets. I just took the waterproof canvas that I have and I made some slip pockets in there because I thought this would really make a cute diaper bag. Like, hear me out. It would make a cute diaper bag. So anyway, on the back we are using webbing. So we've got our straps and then our little D-ring connectors. Now you don't have to do them the way that I did it. You can do it completely different. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. But that's what we did in the video. And I love it very much. So let's get started. So we're going to start with the very, very top of the bag. This is going to be the part that's going to be kind of like your anti-theft hidden compartment in your bag. So these are going to be pieces that you're going to need to cut out. You're going to need two pieces that are 6.5 wide by 11 tall. Then what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to put them beside each other. And then from corner to corner, you need to make a line all the way down and cut them in half. You're going to want to essentially make a V. The next thing that you're going to need to grab is a 9.5 inch zipper. And then 4 pieces that match your fabric here that are 1.5 by 3 inches long. These are going to act as zipper tabs. So what you're going to do is you're going to put one right side to the right side of your zipper, and then one right side to the wrong side of your zipper, and then you're just going to sew across. And you're going to do that on both ends. So I did my little zipper tabs. I actually went and I sewed them just like I showed you, and then I pulled them back and I went ahead and top stitched across there. I also put the zipper tabs together like that and then found the middle so that we can line them up. Alright, next thing you're going to need to do is take this end to this end and make a little snip, and then this end to this end and make a little snip. You need to do that on all 4 sides so that you have a snip in the outside and a snip in the inside. So let's do that real quick to this one. I'm just going to line them up. We want the snips on the outside so that we can line up the rest of our bag, and the snips on the inside are to help us do our zipper. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. What we're going to do is we're going to take our zipper, we're going to put it right sides down to our very first piece. I will go ahead and just kind of clip down. Now after you got it all clipped up, we're going to grab this piece right here. And then we're going to line up our snips right there and then clip all the way across. Alright. And then what you're going to do is we're going to sew all the way down and make that one whole piece. So after you have sewn it all the way across, you're going to fold it open, and then we are going to top stitch down our zipper. And then I've been showing you guys in some of my videos where I like to go ahead, after I'm done top stitching all the way down my zipper, I go ahead and line up the sides first. And then what I'll do is I'll top stitch at a 4 and then base stitch around these corners so that they become one piece. Now that we've got this all put together, the next thing that we're going to do, take this piece right here and you're going to line up your notches right there. Okay, once you get that clipped up, what we're going to do is flip this over, and then we're going to take this piece right here and start matching up our notches. We're going to sew this just like we did the other one. We're going to sew 1/4 inch all the way down here. We're going to pull the flaps back, top stitch, and then base stitch all the way around. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to need to straighten up our corners. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the left. And then I'm going to go across the top. And that way I have a nice straight edge. We've got this all done. We're going to put this aside for just a minute. We're going to go ahead and grab our top main part and then our lining. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys, this is the lining and that is the main panel. I actually took, because the inside is cotton, I actually went ahead and I interfaced it, and then I went ahead and I backed it with some waterproof canvas. I wanted the very top of the purse to be able to kind of stand up tall and not kind of like crushing in on itself. So I went ahead and flatlined some waterproof canvas on the back of this one. Not the main panel, just the lining. And flat lining is just basically base stitching a layer of waterproof canvas on the back. Now, let me grab my clips and we'll get started putting things together. Alright, so you're going to need a lot of clips. Let's start in one corner. So what we're going to do is we're going to match up our edges. Sorry about the noise all the clips make. So you're just going to want to match all of these up as best you can and clip them up. So I would just normally do like one corner at a time and get that matched up. Now let's do the next one. If it helps, you can just kind of start on this end and then work your way out. but all of the little curves, all of the curves and everything should match up so that it'll look right in the lining. Alright, now we're going to do the other side. You're just essentially grabbing the corners. Alright, last one. Alright, so your lining should look like this. You should see the sides, your other side, and when you look in, like that. Now I got to do the outside vinyl. The outside vinyl, all I did was interface it with Decoville Light, and I think that that's going to be good enough. So just like you did with the lining, line up your edges all the way around. Should look like that. Let's go sew these up at 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around. Alright, so we got the outside and the lining all done. The next thing we're going to do is make sure that the outside panel stays like it is, but we're going to turn the lining panel right side out. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to find all of our centers. So on each of the long side of the bags, the short sides of the bags, you need to find all the centers. Alright, now that that's done, I'm going to grab our lining piece and I am going to put it on top of our outside piece. Now you're going to have to finagle it to all fit, but you're going to want to start at your corners, making sure to kind of butterfly your seams. One seam needs to go this way, the other seam needs to be facing the other way. And then clip it, and then you can kind of match up your middle notches. And then just go ahead and clip all the way around. And I am going to go ahead and I'm going to base stitch this in place, just so it's not moving around when we go to do the next part. So go ahead and get all of this clipped, and then we're going to base stitch around the edges. Alright, so the next thing you're going to need to do is grab your 27.5 inch zipper, and then you're also going to need your outside vinyl and your inside lining piece. Now in the prototype one, I don't have lining that matches the lining that you guys will have, but in the finished product you guys will have one that has the beans on it for the lining fabric. So what I'm going to do is you also need 2 zippers, and they need to be facing each other on that 27.5 inch zipper tape. Basically I put one on and then I came down this end and I put this one on, and I'm really loving Kim and Alex's zipper tape, or their zippers, because they've been going on so much easier than my other ones. Oops, I say that as I mess up. And they've just been going on so much easier. Alright, so grab this. We're going to grab one end of it. We're going to put right side of our vinyl to the right side of our zipper. And I like to kind of clip it so it'll stay in place. Grab your right side of your lining fabric and put it to the wrong side of your zipper. Then what you're going to do is you're going to find the end of your zipper tape. And this is going to be kind of weird, okay? Just make sure that the zipper tape is facing up, not down. You want the other end of your zipper tape to face your outside vinyl. You're going to line that up just like you did on the other side. Then you're going to grab your lining and put right side to wrong side. It's going to be a little weird, but we're making a big circle to be able to turn this right side out and have it should look like that. If you've done it right, it should look like that, and it'll make sense in just a minute after I get done sewing it. So I wanted to show you this when I turn it inside out, so you'll see what I was talking about, that it's just one big circle. So I went ahead and I stitched along there and I stitched along here. Now when you turn it inside out, you have one big circle. So if you've done it right, it should look like this. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and top stitch down, and I'm going to go ahead and just base stitch around the edges to make it all one piece. Alright, so we've got our little circle all ready to go. I've base stitched it along the edge so that both of my pieces kind of became one piece, and it'll be a lot easier to work with. Next thing I did was I folded this in half and I cut out some little notches so that I've got that there, and then I took and I bent it in half and kind of followed my zipper all the way down, and then I cut notches in my zipper so that I have two reference points of where to put this on my bag. Next thing you're going to do is grab your top part and decide whichever of the flaps you want to be your back side, or the back of your bag. Now I'm going to put right sides to right sides, and I'm going to start clipping a little bit here. And then I'm going to go to this side and match up my notches. And then just go around the whole top, matching up your zipper tape. So I've clipped all the way around. The next step that I'm going to do is I am going to base stitch all the way around at 1/8 of an inch with a 4 stitch length. So everything is basted in place. The next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to grab our zipper. Now, hopefully, I remember to do this. On the short ends, you need to go ahead and put a clip. You have a clip along your long ends. Just go ahead and make a clip real quick on your short ends, because we need 4 points to match all of this up to that. Next thing you're going to do, and it really doesn't matter which way the zipper is facing. So what we're going to need to do is, with right sides together, the zipper is going to be unzipping from left to right. So we're going to find our front first, not our back, our front, lined up like that. And that should be right. Fingers crossed. That should be the right direction. If it's not, I'll put it in the editing and tell you guys different. Alright, now I'm going to come over to this side and I'm going to match up all of my notches. Then come to your shorter sides and match up those notches. And then the other side. Alright, so I'm going to put a few more clips into this, and then I am going to take you to the sewing machine and show you guys how I sew this. Alright, so we're going to have our stitches at a 4. I have got it with the heavy side up, and then I'm just going to kind of smash that side down. And again, I am going to be going 1/8 of an inch from the edge. We're not going 1/4 inch yet. We're just doing 1/8 of an inch and going all the way around. Now on the corners, they're going to be rounded. So just kind of take your time. I went ahead and I cut out an inch strip of binding. I normally am more comfortable with like an inch and a quarter, but for this particular project, because there's the zipper right here, I went ahead and just used an inch. Now on the corners, I'm going to tell you guys, it's going to be rough. Just mentally prepare yourself for that. Go slow. Don't be in a hurry, because this is part of a really important part of the bag and you want it to really look nice. So just kind of take your time, okay? I got my stitches again at a 4 length. Now you're going to want to sew as close as you can to your zipper without hitting your zipper. Alright, we have got it all done. Hallelujah. We made it through. Alright, now you're going to want to open your zipper. If you're not using zipper tape and you're using a regular zipper, don't forget to leave your zipper open so you can get it all the way out. Now, the fun part comes in where we have to turn this all inside out. So, let's go. Corners first. Alright, so it's going to have to get fluffed up a little bit, but oh my goodness, it's so cute already. Alright, what I would recommend is kind of rolling these out with your fingers all the way out and all the way around, and that'll kind of help it sit like it needs to. We are not going to top stitch this because y'all would be cussing me out how thick this is, and you can't really top stitch it anyway. So alright, so you got your little secret stash surprise in there, and so when you close this up, this is going to be on the top part flap of your bag. So yeah, that'll be a nice little secret compartment. Alright, I'm going to fluff this up a little bit more, but let's move on to the next thing. So Kim and Alex came out with these incredibly cute made with magic tags, and we are going to put them on. So it's just like any other magnetic snap or something like that, where you've got to figure out where they're going to go in and then go on the back. I made a center mark so I could find the center, and then I took this little piece, laid it down, and made my marks. The next thing that I'm going to do is grab my seam ripper, and I'm just going to go through this one. And then let's place that on the front. Oh, that looks so good. Okay. Now I'm going to grab this and then push these down. And then you do want to grab some masking tape or some kind of tape like that. Right now, again, one of my other videos, when I was putting these on, I was like, all I have is painter's tape. It's ridiculous. That might rub up against your lining. So I would just get some masking tape if you have it, and then just rub it down real good. And that panel is cute and done. Now that we've got this done, we're going to start on the outside body. Next thing that we're going to need to do is you're going to need to grab 2 3-inch, 1-inch webbing. And I've got my little D-rings here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure about 2 inches up from the very, very bottom. And I'm going to kind of at a, kind of like a little slightly curved on both sides. Because this is what your book bag strap is going to connect to. And you want it slightly curved so that it'll meet easily with those. Alright, next thing that we're going to do is we're going to find our center mark. If you haven't already, go ahead and make center marks on your top and your bottom of all of your panels. For the outside, you need to make a little notch in the bottom and a little notch at the top. Now I've got 50-inch webbing that is tangled up in everything today. From my little slit, an inch over, we're going to start putting our straps. I do have this slightly curved too, so that it goes out and will go to our backs a lot easier. So there's my middle notch, and I'm going to put this one down, slightly curved, and then I'm going to go and base stitch these two on and then this on. Alright, so we got everything kind of base stitched in place, our straps, our D-rings, all of that. Now, you can do this, the back of this book bag, any way that you want. This is just the way that I chose to do it. You're going to need 2 of your 1.5-inch strap adjusters, and if you wanted to, you could kind of avoid these out by using a bigger D-ring, and then you wouldn't need one of these, but I am short on a bit larger D-ring, so I'm going to be using the swivel clasp, and it's a 1.5-inch too. Alright, so I'm going to find, I like doing this first. It just makes it so much easier when the straps are already done, and when I'm done with the bag, I don't have to fight with the entire bag to do the strap adjuster. So I'm going to slide that on to one side. I hate having to try and maneuver a whole bag. Alright, when I'm trying to do this. So I'm going to follow this down, keeping it all straight, and then I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to bring this, if you've ever done an adjustable strap, that's all we're doing. We're going to come back through here, right through here, and then pulling it right back through. And with whatever you're comfortable with, however big you want your little box to be, I don't like doing it too close to my adjustable strap because it's a pain sometimes with your machine. Sometimes your feet want to like hit it. So I just put, it's about what? About 1.5 inches. About 1.5 inches from the edge to right here. That's enough space for me to do what I gotta do and make my little box. So now I'm gonna do that again. I'm just gonna clip it for right now. And I've got my little strap, and if I want to, I can go ahead and connect it so it's just kind of out of the way. Then I'm going to keep this straight, put it in and through. Okay, now I'm keeping it all straight. I'm not turning or twisting it. I'm going to put this on like this, and then I'm kind of like, hold on, let me show you. And then I'm kind of looping it up so that it goes through the back end of my strap adjuster. And I realize that is really hard to see, especially with it being black, so I apologize. I am going to put this one up to this one and make sure that they are the same and or similar. Alright, and once you've got them where you want them, clip them. And then I'm going to take this whole panel, which is going to be so much easier to work with now, and I'm going to take it to the sewing machine, and I am just going to be doing a square with an X through it. And then all of that's done. You don't have to do it in the end when you've got your entire bag to have to deal with. So let's go do that. Alright, so I've got my stitches at a 3. And you can adjust the straps any way you need to so you can work with them. I'm going to go do the other one and then we can keep going. Alright, so now our back panel is all done. We're going to start grabbing our side panels and making sure that they're facing the right direction. We're going to put right sides together, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clip both sides, And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to sew 1/4 of an inch down each side. Alright, so we've got our sides on. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Alright, now we're going to grab our front, and our front is the one we put our little Made with Magic on. The next thing I'm going to do is just kind of put sides to sides. And then I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to sew down 1/4 of an inch on both sides so that we just kind of have a big box. Alright, you should have a nice big rectangle box. Okay, we're going to go to the bottom half. Now, if I could just tell you guys how many hours it took me to come up with this pattern. Hours of my life. Okay, now, if you haven't already, make sure that you put notches on all of your corners. I have not done my notches on this corner. Make sure that you have notches on all of your panels on the bottom so that we can match this bottom up. I wanted the bottom of the Bertie Botts to look like the bottom of the can that you get at the store, and so it took some serious brain power to figure that out. But we got it. Alright, so with right sides together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to clip a little bit, and you guys are going to have to do some serious fudging here to get it to do like it's supposed to do, because I'm trying to get like the 3D part of it to like stick up inside of the bag, but actually like come down in a circle, or half circle, I guess. So we're just going to meet up all the points and just clip a little bit beside them, and then come back and try and get everything to like match up exactly where it needs to go. And I feel like I need to back this camera up just a little bit. Alright, so I scooted you guys back so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. So it kind of curves into the bottom of the bag and then kind of goes out again. This is where you're going to need to clip like a mad person to get all of this to match up. Use as many clips as you need to get it done. But you're going to clip all the way around. I don't think I've used this many clips on one bag in my entire life. So we've clipped the mess out of it. I also got my little tool that I cannot think of the name of right this particular moment because my brain cells are fried. Just in case I need it so that I don't accidentally get a finger. So I'm going to have that right beside me. And let's get going. I'm back at a 3 stitch length. And you are going to be sewing at 1/4 of an inch. Alright, so you see how the bag kind of like concaves right there? That's what I was going for. That's what I was trying to get it so that when you sit it down, it looks like that and it's flat on the side, just like the Bertie Botts container. Alright, our outside is done. The next thing we need to talk about is lining. Hey guys, editing and very tired Faith here, and I just wanted to share an idea that I came up with. Because turning the bag inside out, it can be kind of difficult to be able to get like the feet of it all out and making sure that all the points are poking out and everything. If you put a zipper pocket on the inside, and then you know how you get the zipper pockets where they leave the bottom of the zipper pockets open? Do that. That way you can stick your hand through that zipper pocket and be able to kind of straighten it out like all of the feet on the bottom of the bag. It just came to me after everything was all said and done. I was like, you know, that really would have been a smart thing to do. So if you want to make yourself a zipper pocket and leave it open, and then just close it when you're finished sewing everything up. Alright, so I think I told you guys I flatlined the lining. If I didn't, I flatlined the lining. Basically just sewing on an extra thing of waterproof canvas on the back, making this into one piece so that I can have a thicker piece for the inside, because I really want my bag to be stiff and not kind of like crashing in on itself. Alright, so here's the deal. We only have so much space on our panel to be able to put anything. So there are no pockets. There are no slip pockets. There are no anything. Now, I do believe that they are making a coordinate fabric for this. So if you wanted to get yourself a coordinate fabric and then put yourself a zipper in here, put yourself some slip pockets, you know, go for it. Right now, I'm going to put this together just like I did the outside of the bag, minus all of the buckles and all of that stuff. So, sorry about that. We just only have so much space to be able to do all this. Alright, I don't know about you, but my customers love them some pockets. So, what I did was I cut out an 18-inch piece by the width of your back panel, and then I just kind of folded that 18 in half. I top stitched. Now I'm going to stitch all the way around and then down the center so that at least they'll have some slip pockets. So we got our outside of our bag all done. We got our lining all done. I did end up making a few slip pockets just so that there was some sort of pockets on the inside of it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this lining and we're going to put it over top of the outside vinyl, just like that. We're not turning anything. We're just slide it in there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do just like we did the lid. We're going to go around and we're going to match up our seams and get all of that done. And then I'm going to base stitch that together just like it is all the way around. Making sure that your seams are going in opposite directions so that they're on top of each other just like that. Alright, and then just clip all around the top. And this thing is getting big. I got it all clipped up, and now I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch all the way around just to kind of base stitch them together so it's a little easier to work with when we go to put the top on. But you're almost done. That makes you feel any better. And I am at a 4 stitch length. Alright guys, we are at the home stretch. So we've got all of this nice and base stitched so it's not going to move. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our top. So we got to make sure that our front is with our front. This is our back, remember? So we're going to make sure that we put, actually, make sure that you've got your notches for your front and your back first. And then we're going to put this inside of that. Oh my goodness, we're gonna get it, guys. We're gonna get it. Oh, you just gotta scoosh it in there. Alright, now start lining up those little pieces. And then you're gonna go all the way around the zipper. Alright, stiletto. That's the word I couldn't think of. I got my stiletto again because I'm going to be helping my zipper tape get as close to the edge as I possibly can. This, you guys really want to take your time getting done. I'm just going to kind of base stitch an eighth of an inch towards the edge. Just take your time. Alright guys, whew. My battery died while I was in the middle of doing that, and I went ahead and put my binding on just like we did in the beginning. No big deal. I'm like, Faith, how are we going to get this bag inside out and straight? Your two zippers. Your two zippers are how we're going to turn it inside out. So you're just going to very carefully open up your zippers. And this is why I made the zipper so big, so that it was a lot easier to turn it inside out. So just be careful. Okay. Alright. Now you just gotta get this body out. It's done. Oh my gosh, I love this thing so much. Oh my goodness. A couple of months ago, I made a prototype, and I could picture it in my mind. I just needed Kim and Alex to make it reality. So I put all the pattern pieces together and just kind of, I knew how it was going to turn out, but I didn't know how awesome it was going to turn out until Alex and her team got it all done. And I love it. I really love this bag. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. If you did, you can give the video a thumbs up. So what did you guys think? I really, if you can't tell, I'm in love with this bag because I love how it turned out. And when you put your mind to something and you work on it so hard and you just want it to turn out perfect, when you see it in completion, it's just like, I can't explain the feelings. The feelings are great. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope to see you make this bag. I know a lot of you probably don't know, but I am on Instagram. If you want to tag me, I would love to see your bags, especially the insides. Let me know what you guys do with the inside of the bag. Like I said, I think it would be a really cute diaper bag. Like, it would be so cute with your little beans, you know, get it? Anyway, if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up, or if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe to hang around, because, so we have six designs coming out for Harry Potter. This is my favorite, but there are 6 bags coming out. So if you don't want to miss those, make sure that you subscribe. I have no idea what order these bags are coming out in, but you guys know that I record and upload every other week. So some of these bags are going to be loaded before the panels are ready for sale. Sorry about that, but there's just so many panels that we have to do this year. So what I'm going to be doing is, when the panels are available, I am going to be leaving a link down below. Also, this year, because a lot of you guys have been asking for the written directions, this year I went ahead, and it's so hard. But I went ahead and I've been starting to write written directions for all of these, and those will be linked down below. When you purchase the written out patterns, you are really helping this channel out, and you're really helping me be able to focus and do what I need to do so that I can bring you guys this really great content and these really great bag designs. So if you want to purchase those, it really helps me out, and I'd appreciate it. I have been keeping them low because I know you guys are purchasing the bag and all of the materials and everything. So if you have any questions or comments, you can just leave them in the comment section down below. I do check those daily. Hopefully I made everything clear. I also want to hear from you guys about the video quality. We shifted the room around, and then we're using lights and different overhead lights and different things, and different camera setups. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like watching me like physically sew everything together, or would you like it to just kind of cut to the next thing? Some people like to see, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below, because in order to make this channel better, I need to kind of have some feedback. So let me know what you guys like, and I'll make sure that, you know, I'm trying to get better at doing this, even though it's been a couple years of doing it. I'm trying to get better at doing it. So just let me know your feedback. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for joining us again on Faith Works Designs. Bye, guys.